Today, I'm a little bit nervous, and I'm a little bit nervous because we're going to be going into the Nether today. Now, before we go through this portal, I have a little bit of work to do. As you can see, I'm still in iron gear that's unenchanted, and I want to make sure we're in mostly diamond gear that is enchanted before we go. So I need to do some leveling up first. So we're going to go down to our skeleton spawner that we made a farm out of, and we're going to level up for a little bit. Also, you may notice we've got a carrot farm here. We built this on stream just a couple days ago, and we're waiting for it to start working fully, but it looks like it's working a little bit already. We've already got some carrots going, and the next step from there is going to be a villager breeder. We got a few slimes. I will take that. I didn't know this was a slime chunk. Oh, we got a skeleton over here too. We're gonna just run from you, buddy. Also, I do just want to apologize. I have a little bit of a scratchy throat right now. So if my voice sounds a little bit off, that's all that's going on. So in case you missed the stream here, we found a skeleton spawner back behind this wall here, and we built a quick little farm. We're going to sit here for a little bit. We're going to try to get up to 40 levels, and then after that, we should be able to enchant all of our stuff. So I'll be back after some hacking and slashing. All right, I went a little bit farther than 40 levels. We're up to 45 now, which is great. We should have a few extra chances at enchanting our stuff. So we're gonna head back topside, and we're gonna go get powered up and hop into the Nether here. All right, let's see what we got. Bane of arthropods. That is not gonna be good. We're gonna go ahead and not do that. We'll put, I think we have, fire protection 3 here. Let's put that on our chest piece. And we got Unbreaking 3. Okay, we'll take that. Now we got blast protection or sharpness. We'll take the sharpness here, and looting 3. All right, not bad at all. Now we've got aqua affinity. It's a protection 4. That's fine. And then I really want feather falling here. That's not bad at all. But I really want feather falling. I think, should we take this right now? I feel like since we're going into the Nether, the fire protection will be super good, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna get rid of it. Take another chance for feather falling. Blast protection, nope. All right, we got one more go here. We're gonna have to pretty much take whatever this is. Protection 3. And extra depth strider. We should have kept it. Should have kept it on the first one, but that is all right. Just curious what would the next one have been. Protection 3. Okay. It is time to go get a pair of golden pants and then head into the Nether. We're gonna be smart about this. We're gonna be smart about this and use some golden pants here. I know there's a pair there. They're almost dead though. They're from the farm, the skeleton farm, and I didn't realize I'd picked them up. Okay, pair of pants, and there we go. I think we're ready to go. Basically, we're kind of just, we want to see what our Nether spawn is like, and I want to get some quartz so that I can make a sugarcane farm nice and easy using observers, because I think observers need, oh, it's not gonna let me see here, but I'm pretty sure observers need nether quartz. And down here you can see, while we were in a skeleton farm, we got some work done with this guy. This guy is pumping out the carrots right now. Let's see what we got. It's gonna be bad. It's always bad. You always get bad spawns. Okay, wait, this is actually a good one. This is actually a good spawn. I mean, it's not the greatest, because we're kind of just tucked away in the middle of nowhere, but we do have some protection, which is fantastic. And some nether quartz as well. Right off the bat. It's fantastic. We'll do a little bit of exploring here in the nether. We'll see where some of these pathways go. And we'll go from there. We're going to get as much of this quartz as we can. I feel like we're just in a tunnel somewhere. So I'm hoping that this leads us outside at some point. I'd really like to see a bigger part of the nether. Looks like this just ends, so I'm gonna punch through for a little bit and just see if we can get out somewhere. I mean, this has to end at some point. Aha, there we go. Looks like just over here, we're kind of in like the proper nether where it's open. I've honestly never spawned in an area like that where it's just like inside of a cave in a nether. I've never had that before. Got some glowstone over there too. This is gonna be great. And yeah, okay, this still isn't super open, but it's more open. I feel like we're just really well protected right now. I'm actually gonna grab these with the silk touch. And in that way we can bring them back easier and not take up as much inventory space. And we're definitely going to take this glowstone because it's so easily available here. I've never been in the nether for so long and not seen lava. This is wild. It's just a huge cave system. There we go. There's some openings down there. I don't know that I want to try to get down there though. I don't know that it's going to be very easy to do. So I think for right now, we're just going to keep exploring. I'm like shaking over here. I don't know, the nether just makes me so nervous, especially when I'm playing hardcore. Like, it's just, the threat of getting killed is so strong, and I just don't want to, especially this early in the world. Like, I would hate to already be out of my hardcore world this early on. Big drop off. Always be crouching. Yeah, like, this is just weird. It's all tunnels. There's no, like, open area. This is gonna make finding a nether fortress kind of difficult, I think. Okay, wait a minute. Here we go. There's a gas down here, too. Hasn't seen me yet. But I think this might be the ticket down here. I think we're gonna try to dig down here. Okay, that gas is definitely gonna see me. It's still not like super open area though. I forgot we have a bow. All right, beautiful. Okay, that's a dead end. Hopefully this isn't just a straight drop off here. It is. Oh no. We might need to go get some gravel or something. Wait, is that? There's another fortress right. Oh no, that's a bastion. Oh, that's super scary actually. Oh geez. Okay. And that is the part, I think this is the part that has all like the brutes in it too. Oh geez. Well, let's see if there's any way of getting down here at all. Yes, I think we're going to maybe go take a peek around the other side of this here while keeping our distance. If one of those brutes comes after me, we're absolutely done. Oh, yup. Oh, shoot. This bow is terrible. I think we're just gonna leave this alone for right now because if one of them sees us, we're absolutely done right now. And there's gonna be no way to save ourselves, so we're gonna leave the bastion alone for right now. It stinks though, because it's like literally what's right here. But I'm gonna dig this way and just see. Okay, that gets us nowhere. There's another gas down there. That's scary right now because It looks like if he were to blow this up, we'd fall to our lava death. I think we got it. God, I hate the nether. Guys, my hands are literally sweating so much. I know, like, the nether probably isn't scary for most of you, but I don't, like, this is really my first serious go in hardcore, and I would hate for the world to be gone already. I'd be so sad. Okay, this is a nice big area of the nether here. This is kind of more of what I was looking for. And I kind of just want to peek around a little bit and see if we can come across, just spot a fortress maybe. And it's not seeming like we're going to. There's another gas there. I can't see anything out there. Lots of gas. Uh-oh. I hate the nether. I hate it. Oh. See? I don't even think I hit it. Don't even think I hit it. Why did you guys let me do this? Okay, anyway, I think that is enough of the nether for us tonight. I'm really not geared up enough, I don't think, to go much farther. I don't feel confident in the equipment I have, especially with this right here. I'd love to come back and explore this very soon, but I need to make sure I have top tier gear for everything, because right now what I have just is not cutting it. But yeah, we got a good amount of nether quartz here. We got some glowstone, almost a stack of glowstone, which is fantastic. And really that's all I came for. We should be able to go and make a sugarcane farm now to help us, you know, start prepping for villager trades. We're gonna need a lot of paper to get the librarians locked in and ready to go. So this will be the next step. We're gonna make a sugarcane farm here next. Now that we've made it back from that simple trip into the nether, I've cleared out some space back here that I can go ahead and throw our sugarcane farm in. I'm not gonna make a gigantic one yet. We're probably just gonna do one row of pistons just to keep the materials down so that we've got something going for us. And it should just be a good starting point to start pulling in some more materials we need. And we've dug out some other space here in case we need any other temporary farms here. This is not going to be the permanent location of all these farms down here, but it's just somewhere while I try to plan out, you know, what type of building I'm going to put them in, because I haven't had the time to think about that quite yet. And down here we can see we've got a torch in here. This guy has been doing some work. We are definitely ready to get a villager breeder, so that's probably going to happen next episode. All right, so we've got just about everything we need here. I'm gonna go ahead and get this whole dugout. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, how far does water go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can't remember if it's 8 or 7. I always forget. Let's test. Okay, it goes 8. Perfect. So this is a design. I always forget if it's Impulse or Tango Tech. It's one of those two. It's a design I've been using of theirs for years. It's very simple to put together and to build, and it's modular, so you can stack as many of these as you want in a row on top of each other, next to each other. We're just going to be doing one for right now, and maybe as time goes on and we get some more resources, we can add more. But right now, this is all we're going to do, and it's a pretty simple build. If I'm recalling correctly, you kind of just need to fill out this with full water blocks, and then I believe you do this. You put slabs on top. We want to throw dirt down right here. Okay, and then I'm going to put a layer of blocks right here, and a layer of blocks right here, and I missed that last one. Okay, we're also going to stick one behind on this row and do this. Now on this side, we're just going to dig out a little bit more. Okay, that should be good. I guess I missed 2 here. Okay, so now we're going to take these pistons and we're going to throw them right here on both sides. Oh, I should have left that in there. Oh well. Thankfully, these will work like that. Okay, and I think we need another row back here. Perfect. Perfect. And I'm going to need to dig out a little bit farther back here as well. Spacing with redstone stuff, I always mess up. I never get it right. And I need to build this up just a little bit higher here. And we'll do that. And now this will be observer number 1 right there. That's the wrong direction. I always mess these up. Okay, it's got to go the other way. All right, that's perfect. And we're going to do the same thing over here. You can just pull it. You can just pull the redstone signal over. But I don't know, like I don't feel like doing that. This just seems easier to me to have 2 different circuits. Now we just need to run redstone. Should be simple enough. Okay, now I think hopefully this triggers. Yes, perfect. Okay, and let's get this other side now. Okay, so this is step 1 done and dusted, and we're just gonna close this area in so no little zombie men scare us. And I'm gonna put something there too so that nothing can spawn there either. I'm also going to, well, I guess I'm not. I thought I had more blocks. We'll use these stone blocks. We're gonna close in this top part too. Now we want to get this sugarcane going down here. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna throw it in. Okay, fantastic. And we're going to take another bucket of water. Whoops, not that. Take a bucket of water and put it... Nope, got to make sure you don't do that. Put it on that block so it comes all the way down right here. And this is where your hopper will go eventually. But first, the first thing we want to do is throw this in right here. And what this will do is it catches... It basically nudges all these pieces of sugarcane from this second row, and it makes them kind of fall right into this water stream here. So none of them get stuck like in the middle, and none of them go launching onto the other side or anything. They're all going to hit right here. Now there might be a little bit of loss from these top ones. I can't remember if he has a double piston or not in his video, but this should be good enough for our purposes here. Now this is going to be a hopper. And we're going to set up a little receiving system here as well. So let's do this. I probably could have had that go into one as well, but if it actually gets full enough from that, we'll do that. I don't think it's going to get full enough from this one little thing here. And bam, there we go. A quick and easy little sugarcane farm. Now I am going to close off this front side as well, so nothing squirts out to the side. But we can take a peek in there and see how it's working. I'm going to throw a torch here as well, just to kind of help keep that lit, because I think stuff can still spawn in sugarcane. Now for the rest of this episode, I want to finish terraforming this little wall section we did here, this cliff section. I want to wrap it around a little bit farther, and I want to add some variation to it, like down here. I want to add some cobblestone in, some coarse dirt. I want to add some leaves and just get this looking good too. Now, before we do that, it's becoming a trend. It's becoming a trend in my videos here. Yeah, we're going to be going on an adventure here. I just realized I'm not wearing my pants. I forgot my pants. I think they're in my inventory here. Yeah, there we are. We just got to put them on. Basically, I want to go get some mud from a mangrove forest, because I want to start using some of the packed mud in some of these builds. Like I want to mix it in with the paths. I'm going to go really well with that to kind of make it a little bit nicer. And I got to start cleaning up all these paths I don't want that are out here as well, because I think it's really taking away from like this. But yeah, we're going to clean out our inventory here, and then we're going to be on our way to go find some mud blocks in a mangrove forest. I just need to figure out where I'm putting everything. I'm out here exploring, and look at this. This is pretty cool. There's a whole pillager outpost here on its own little island. It's like a little fortress or something. This is probably one of the cooler things I've seen in Minecraft with these pillager outposts. I have, most of the time I feel like they spawn in just kind of like the dumbest place, but This is pretty sweet. This is pretty sweet. You're stuck there, buddy. You're stuck on that island. Anyway, I just wanted to show that to you guys. I thought that was pretty cool. Guys, I'm pretty sure this tree is growing underwater. Is this a thing? I've never seen this before. Like mangroves, sure, but an acacia tree growing underwater? Can they grow underwater? I've never seen this. I'm so confused right now. I'm so confused. Oh, there's a village over here. Oh, it's got a blacksmith. And there's also a shipwreck right here. Looking like we're getting pretty lucky right here. Let's see what's in here. Some emeralds and a few pieces of iron. I'm not gonna bother with the nuggets. It's hardly worth my time. Where's that village at though? Let's go check this out. Anyway, let's see what we got going on in here. This is the one thing. How many villages did we go to in the beginning of this world and not find one of these? And now we find one. And if there's a diamond in here, I'd be so upset. Okay, good. No diamonds. Also sad, no diamonds. All right, onward and outward for our quest for mud. We have found the good stuff. Let's go. Also gonna grab a few propagules while we're here. I do not like, I don't think anyone likes, you know, harvesting these trees at all, but they do have some really, really cool colors associated with them. So we're gonna grab a few of them, and that way we can do these trees at home. But in the meantime, I'm gonna start digging some of this up, and once I have a lot of it, I will get back to you guys. All right, so that's basically as full of an inventory as we can get. I wanted to really load up on this stuff since it's kind of far away, and it's something that we're going to use throughout our entire base. So I kind of feel like the more the better. So let's go ahead and get home, and we can start collecting the rest of the resources we need. We're going to have to gather a good amount of stuff actually still, but it shouldn't take too long, and we're going to have a nice looking cliff very, very shortly. All right, we're back home, and I've set up a little chest here to dump most of this stuff into, but I want to just check something. I think with the mud, yeah, it's just one wheat and that's it. We're gonna need to get a lot more wheat for this, but it shouldn't be too bad to do. And this bread I've got is really starting to annoy me with how quick it runs out. I've got a plan for a more permanent food source, but I think we're going to settle on that in the next episode. Right now, though, we got to make this bread last until the end of today, so I think we can do that. I'm just scrounging up the rest of the hay bales right now from the village, and we're going to use those to make the mud blocks that we need, the packed mud, because it's that brown color, that light brown color is just beautiful. And there's another block that I want to incorporate in this, but I just can't use it yet. I can't access it because I need a silk touch. I need a silk touch pickaxe, not a pickaxe, a silk touch axe. And I just can't use that yet because I don't have one. And it's the brown mushroom block. The brown mushroom block is like a perfect blend with the packed mud, and it looks so good together. That's it. Okay. That's not terrible. That's a good amount. And we'll have to kind of wait to do the rest of these, but I kind of just want to take a few of these real quick and see what we've got mixed in with this. I think it's gonna be a little bit of a different shade, but I think if we use it sparingly, it'll be all right. And also if we do some of the mud bricks as well, we can add in a few of these here and there as well, and it should just add a little bit more variety. I don't know, we might actually wind up just not doing normal paths at all. We might just completely fill this in with with these blocks. I don't know, with some type of block combination going on here. We're going to see how it goes. For right now, though, we've got that. It's in our pocket, ready to be used. And now I just need to get some more materials. You might notice the moss that I got in that first episode. We're finally going to use it today. Actually, I think it was the second episode. We're finally going to use it today, though. I want to incorporate some moss, actual moss blocks up here on the top part, like, or underneath the overhang where, you know, humidity would kind of accumulate because it can't really get out from the overhang, I guess. And I also want to incorporate some mossy cobblestone in here as well to kind of blend it in a little bit better. Now, I love the path block in a sense, but I liked it. I feel like at some point, maybe it was just a resource pack I was using, but at some point it was darker around the edge, and the bigger it got, the brighter it got. So if you had this one patch right here, it was darker and it kind of matched darker colors better. But if you had a big wide open area like right here, this would all be light like it is now. And maybe that's a resource pack. Maybe I just need to find a resource pack that has that in it. But I vaguely remember that at some point. But yeah, I'm thinking we might be replacing all of this anyway with a combination of like mud, coarse dirt, mud bricks, path, and some brown mushroom if we can get it at some point, because I just kind of feel like this looks good. I feel like this looks a lot better than just this yellow from the path. All right, I just took some of this tuff and threw it in here, and I think we're gonna have to use this. This looks nice. It adds a third color gradient to this with the grays. It's a darker shade, but it's kind of also in the middle of these two almost, because the texture is less than the cobble but more than the stone, and it looks super nice to me. I've never used these three together before, but maybe I should. And from far away, it adds like, it's subtle, but it almost looks like it's shadowed, right? It almost looks like there's some shadows in there. So I think we're definitely gonna have to use this. I'm gonna have to go mining and try to find some tuff, and I'm gonna have to get some cobblestone as well. And we've got all of our materials gathered up, so we're gonna go ahead and get started on this. We're gonna start off with just some cobblestone and a little bit of tuff here. We're gonna start just mixing up what's in here a little bit. So we're gonna do that by just making some blotches, so to speak, of each of these types of rocks. And I think we're going to try to maybe keep the tuff down a little bit lower than everything else. I think that'll help kind of create some shadows. Maybe tuck that into areas like there too, where it'd be like an overhang. And I think it just really makes this nice kind of shadowy effect on the rocks there. All right, now this is already looking a little bit better, but we're not quite there yet. Typically when I'm doing cave walls or cliff walls or something, the next step I do is I grab a lot of stairs and slabs of the varieties of rocks that you can do it in. So we're going to do some stone and cobblestone here, and we just try to make some of these angles, some of these blocks a little bit less aggressive by smoothing them out, making them half steps or full steps to the next one. So obviously here we won't be able to make slabs or stairs of the tuff here. So we're pretty much just going to be using the cobble and the normal stone here. And what we might find out is some of these areas, like right here, that's got to be a stair because it looks kind of weird having the stone just kind of in the middle there. And this one we can kind of tuck away like that. And you see how this is starting to soften some of these. We've only put a few in and it's already kind of helping, but we're going to go ahead and do this for a little bit here, and we'll make some of these come down a little bit farther as well. And let me go ahead, and once we've kind of chalked this up a little bit, I'll go ahead and talk a little bit more about what we've done. Here we've spent a little bit of time on this, and you can already see a lot of these bends and stuff are a lot smoother, and what I'm kind of looking for right now is areas that I missed that we can maybe throw something else in there. We don't want to overdo it, but if a lot of it has these kind of half steps or these stair step kind of things, you know, we don't want those angles elsewhere. So like I was noticing up here, these three are all kind of the same thing, and we probably want to adjust that just a little bit, maybe doing that right there, and maybe just plopping a stair right there, and that should help out. So we'll step back, we'll take another looky here, and yeah, see, that's already looking a little bit better there. It's a little bit less noticeable that it's, you know, the same type of thing. And I think we're going to go and work on the top side here at some point. It's very flat right now, obviously, but we're kind of working on the bottom up for now. So this is typically how I would go about doing this. And we're only going over to about this line right here. And we'll eventually be wrapping this all the way around. But since I need to move these villagers before I can really do this part of the cliff, we're just kind of getting this part done right now. But I think this is a pretty good point, which we can kind of say this is phase 2 complete. We might find some more areas where we want to touch it up a bit more, but for right now, I think we're going to go ahead and throw all of this away, and we're going to start pulling out some of our other stuff here that we plan on using. Now for this, we're going to start mixing in some mossy cobble as well, and we might need to make some, I think we can make mossy cobble stairs and slabs as well. I'm going to try to limit those as much as possible and just kind of try to do these as much as possible. And we're going to throw some moss blocks in there as well from time to time. I think that will help kind of ground it and make it look a little bit more blended as well. Like that looks nice right there. But I don't want to use too much of this out in the open here. I want to use more of this like tucked underneath the very like areas where you would expect moss to grow, you know. And I don't know how much of this we're actually going to wind up using because again, it is kind of a funky thing to do, and we don't want too much going on. We want it to be the right amount of stuff going on here where it's not horrible looking. And I think it'll be okay to just throw some in there as well on stone. We don't need to mix everything with the cobblestone. But you see, this just adds a nice little pop of color under here, and I think it works. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't done very much with the moss blocks and, you know, mossy cobblestone in terraforming, but from what I've seen from other people who have done it, it can look really, really good if you get it right. Yes, this is looking fantastic. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Now, I think that completes that phase of this. And that brings me to the next phase, which will be dirting and leafing. I don't think I want to do as many, I don't know. There's a lot of leaves down here. I do definitely want to throw some dirt in here as well, but I probably don't want to do a whole ton. We probably just want a little bit here and there in places where we can put it just to add some color to the area. And I think I may have to wind up removing some blocks to do this. Like we can take out these two, put some dirt in there, and that'll help. What we don't want to do is we don't want to like take out a block that's underneath of something and put dirt under there, because then it doesn't make sense. Like how is dirt supporting the stone, you know? That kind of thing doesn't make sense, and it's what we're going to try to avoid. But we can do things like this. We can do things like that where we just have it kind of like it's fallen, it's sitting on top, it's just resting there. And again, it just adds a little bit more color to it. All right, that bottom side dirting, I think we're pretty much done now. This looks okay. This looks pretty good. I think we're going to go up top now, and we're going to do some top side dirting. Now, typically what I do when I'm doing something like this is I will throw nothing but dirt up here. I don't want to necessarily do that this time around, though. I do want there to be dirt like this in some of these areas, but I also kind of want to maybe bring it down a little bit like it's hanging. But I also want this stone up top here, and we're going to try to tuck it back a little bit deeper as well. But I am going to do a lot of this as dirt as well, because I think it looks weird when you have like a stone top, especially when it's flat like this. And again, we can make this look bumpy like down below and everything, but I think we're going to kind of want to mess around with this a little bit just to see where it gets us. And again, like we might just want to drop some dirt down every now and then just to make it feel like it's hanging there. And then of course we're going to do some leaf blocks here and there. You know, these just look like nice vines hanging down. We don't want too many of them, but we're try to make it look nice. And just think, a few minutes ago, this wall here was just solid stone, and look how much just adding a couple different blocks in here has done for this. And we're not even done yet. But like down here, I also want to have some leaves thrown in at the bottom. Just to kind of make it look like some bushes growing through here. We don't want to do, you know, too many. Throwing them in here and there, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Now, before we get on to the final step of this, we're just going to be making the pathway through here. I want to go and take a peek from down below and just see what it looks like from far away. Because we've been up kind of close looking at it so far, but I don't think that's looking half bad. I do notice some things, like these vines over here are all the same length. It looks a little bit funky, in my opinion. And from when you're not zoomed in, all this looks kind of the same. So we might have to do a little bit of adjusting on that. But otherwise, I think that looks pretty awesome from down here. This moss tucked in here looks so good. So let me get a few more of these bushes and let's try to fix this up just a little bit. I bet that if we just put like that hanging down a little bit, that would help a lot from out there. But that being said, let's go ahead and let's make this pathway a little bit here. I need some more of this packed mud brick. And I'm not sure how exactly we're going to do this. I'm thinking for right now, we're going to kind of follow this pattern where we do some path block and then we mix in this other stuff together. But I think eventually we're going to use some mushrooms, some brown mushrooms to help us out with it a little bit. So let's get the whole thing kind of drawn out how we want it. And again, we're just going to go to about here. And we'll cut out 2 of these as well. And we want to kind of randomize this a bit. I think we're going to do less of the bricks and more of the other dirt. And let's do 2 of those together as well. Yeah, I'm liking this path. I think this is going to turn out and work really, really well for us here. Now that this lower area is done, I want to go back up top here and I want to make that stone kind of blend in a little bit better with the area up here. Now, I'm not going to do the path still because we still have to kind of clean this all up. This is still super, super messy. But what I want to essentially do is kind of build this out a little bit. And we're going to do that by kind of making, I guess, stones up here that kind of just are on the surface. And we're not going to do too much, but just something to kind of make it feel less like it's just a straight, steady wall of stone, you know? Now, the real question is if this can be seen from down here, if it makes a difference. It doesn't. You can't see it all from down here. I really wish we had dirt slabs or coarse dirt slabs. But I think from up above, it makes a lot more sense to be that way. I was really hoping you'd see a little bit of it from down here. Doesn't look like you can. I'm gonna have to try to figure out a different way. We'll throw some fences in there, you know, to make it feel like you can't walk off the edge here. But this is looking awesome. And I think this is pretty much done for this. Now, I want to do one more thing this episode before I have to call it quits. And that is finally remove this house right here and try to fix up this area right here a little bit. All right, that hideous little house is all cleaned up and taken care of. Now, it's time to kind of get this going. What I'm thinking about doing is kind of just wrapping this cliff around a little bit. So we're gonna kind of dig in a little bit here. But what I need to try to figure out how to do is where we want this to go. I think we kind of want it to go like this, and then that should hopefully get rid of a lot of that wall. And I think we're also going to try to stonify it back here as well so we can bring it out, but we need some space to do that. So I think really as long as we give ourselves a little bit of leeway here, I think we'll be all right. And I think already this is going to look miles better than it did before. All right, I think that'll work. That'll work. But I think we've gotten a lot done here today, and I think this is a good place to call it. So thank you all so much for hanging out and watching this video for my hardcore world. If you enjoyed this content, please make sure you like and subscribe to make sure you keep up with this world. Next episode, I think we're going to be doing a villager breeder. We're going to be trying to get mending people finally, and I have another secret surprise. We're gonna kick things old school a little bit, so I'm really excited to do that. But anyway, thank you all so very much for watching, and I will catch you next time. Have a good one. Bye.